Absolutely. So one of the things that I want you to do as we continue on the tour is to walk around and talk to other folks. Ask some questions that I can't possibly ask because you're interested and like Seth says, you actually care. I mean, I'm so fascinated. I want to ask you guys so many questions. I'm thinking I could actually do season 4 of Pep Talk right here.
Oh, good idea.
Speaking of which,
Let's sign the contract.
yeah. Mamani's my producer on this one. So speaking of which, actually, you know, let me get Rhan and his assistant, and then I'll segue into what I was gonna say.
Rhan.
But this Rhan is Rhan.
Rhan.
R-A-N.
R-H-A-N.
Okay, Aura.
Rhan.
Can you come here, Aura?
R-H-A-N. Rhan. That's the man name.
And where is your assistant coming?
Bring both of them up.
What's his name?
Bring both of them up.
Okay, we'll call him your assistant.
Oh yeah, he's assistant of the tour.
What is his name?
Bring them
The
both
young
up.
man.
Bring them both up.
Yeah.
He's
Because we want to hear from him as
assisting
well.
us in general.
Okay, he's a tour assistant.
We bring them on as to get the experience as a Ghanaian, to understand his brothers and sisters from the diaspora. You know, I do that a lot. I bring a lot of our folks on the bus so they can learn us.
So we'll ask you those questions.
Absolutely.
All right, is he sleeping?
He's really not a talk.
Okay, that's fine. So
I was trying to wake up Kennedy's brother.
It's okay. She's not feeling
I wanted to say something.
Yeah, better tell me.
Let them get them rest.
We'll check on it.
So I'm not.
I'm gonna close out with Rhan right then just have a relaxed break so people sleep.
Talk to you. Can't tell me what to do. I'm doing my job. So, sir, I heard you speaking earlier. I think you're in the Florida area. Is that?
Greetings, our family. My name is Rhan Bizzle Kwame. Ahmed Bizzle. Bizzle Fizzle. I have a lot of names. Dean.
Hold the mic, hold the mic, hold the mic, hold the mic.
Hold it up to your mouth.
Yes, I was speaking. I'll give you the 101. I'm going to keep it short.
Okay.
Most of you listened to me already talk a little bit. You enjoy your journey. This is what we're on. And I would like to speak in this in categories. Right here? That's fine?
Yes, right
Okay,
here.
I've taken the category. Let's do category 1. Go through this real quick. Category 1, I'd like to thank the Creator, the Almighty. Oh, I'm sorry. My elders, listen to speak.
Yeah.
Our Creator. I'd like to speak on Brother Bomani, General Bomani. For those who, I just met Bomani 2 years ago, okay? Some of you know Bomani for years. I felt like I've known Bomani for many years because we communicate so much. As Sister Sass was talking about, this communication is very important. Very, very important. I just appreciate how this brother works so hard. He's African for the Africans 24/7, year round. He worked so hard. When I saw what he went through for the 2013 journey, and when the Ebola came, how everything hit, people were canceling. You people, I'm not saying you should know, you just need to realize what this brother had to go through with all the cancellation and we hopping on planes. I just met the brother. Right away, I met him through the internet, One Africa. He's tied under that. I see his face. I go on and see Sister Clark. Right? This is communication thing. I'm learning. I see your face, sister, and I get pulled into this, like some of you experienced. And I called the brother up. Next thing you know, we're in Atlanta together. Huh? He's working in Atlanta, so he goes there, does a presentation. We jump on a plane, we go to England. Call up some people over there. He's networking over there. This is his brother here, right? And I just met him. We go on, right? He's driving to go. He got his camera. He's got the camera, and I'm checking him out. He's in Miami. I'm in Miami. He's in Atlanta. We talking on the phone prior to takeoff. Both of us had problems getting off the ground with weather and everything else. I'm stuck for like 2 hours each time. We were worried about getting there at the same time, synchronization. Guess what? We both took off at the same time, got there like 15 minutes apart. We get there, ran a couple sisters. Had a meeting with them, right? And they had this thing going on in England having to do with, I think it was a black culture event. They had their first museum because they don't know themselves either. And they got some funding from DuPont and everybody else. And that's this beautiful high-tech museum there. And we went to that. We missed the opening to it. Brixton, yeah. That was interesting. We learned a lot. We're trying to be faithful. This thing's all about learning and education. We want to get that for Africa, for the African. This trip here is not a vacation. This journey here is like me going to higher education learning. This is like me trying to, this is my sophomore year. Okay? I want to get to that point, get the PhD like you sisters got. Y'all working on your PhDs now. Now, Dr. Bomani, he's taking us on this journey so we can learn a lot of things that our parents and foreparents weren't privy to. This is why I want Sister Kennedy, Kennedy's mother, what she has been able and blessed to do. We wish we could have had that. This is why I run my mouth so much. I tell people, look, please do this for the future. When you hear me speak, it's not about the past. It's about moving forward. Kennedy is the future.
Yes, it
She won't realize until she gets back and this starts. You people know, if you're sophomore year, been here many times and stuff, you know what's going to hit you when you get back to the States. When I hit New York and these places, I go, woo. See that big old flat screen playing with all the mess going on in the Matrix? This here is a Matrix pill. This right here that Bomani's just taking you on.
Yeah.
So detoxination. It's going to detox you. Just just like going to a program.
Take it all in.
You take it all in. Some it works on, some the first time, sometimes it don't work. You can't force it on nobody. No more you can force people to come here. My whole thing is with what I was doing in my organization and personally is trying to get people conscious so they can just at least travel, like Sister Sass was saying. Because travel, just like traveling, you can be across the street, down the street.
Yep.
I have family that live 30 minutes away from the ocean, never seen the ocean. They don't care to go. I can't force it, I can't drag them down there. I've been going to West Africa since 1995. Okay? And virtually 100% of my family, they don't want to hear nothing about no Africa. They don't want to go. They don't want to go. I get bring out a card, bring out these polos. I go back with photos. 1995, I got a whole library full of knowledge and history and everything else you want with this continent. No one in my family want to hear nothing about it. I can't get mad at them because you can't say them all. But you keep moving forward. And hopefully they'll catch on when they wake up, because I was doing. I'm still trying to come out that depth. I grew up in integration on the West Coast. Like Sister Sass said that she went through, we've been through all kind of stuff. Nonsense and craziness. I mean some nonsense. I grew up, I come up through in the 50s, going into the crazy 60s. I ain't going to the past and tell you how I became, how I was influenced. The thing that really saved me, that gave me rock solid foundation, was that mama. We all had a mama.
Yeah.
That mama who had no so-called education.
Say that, black man.
So-called 6th grade education in Georgia. Okay? Got married at 12 years old, which was common. Okay? Married a Baptist preacher, Southern Baptist preacher. They had my mother had 3 children there in Georgia. Okay? She said she'll never have any more. This during the heat of that mess we're going with, this so-called civil rights stuff. Should be human rights and no civil rights.
That's right.
Human rights. We should have had civil rights already. But this thing, they turned it into civil rights. The thing is, by the time we were born on the West Coast, my parents were domestics. This is how it influenced me. That they were domestics. And so I learned I got an education from that. From the time I was 3 years old, my mother wouldn't take a domestic job, and she could take her baby boy with her. This is mama again. Everything about me is about mama. This is why I want Kennedy to hear this. How special it is. When I say Kennedy, I'm talking about all of these youth. These things that influence and affect you. And all those people would come to my mother. She would always say, I'm talking about these prominent people who had money that she worked for, right? They really didn't give rats behind about us, but they would always tell my mother, make sure your children get an education, right? They weren't going to do nothing for them. They weren't people from our family group, but that's what they would say. Now we hear them say these little things. That's 3, 4 years I listened. But my mother had a horrible task at hand that she didn't want to really do. Be a domestic. Scrubbing forward, cleaning dishes, doing all this. I would watch this as a child, take it in. I was just so happy, unhappy for it, but I enjoyed it because I got to be in rich folks' houses, eating all their food, sitting in their chairs, watching their TV. I grew up like this with this influence. I got to see things that you see on TV we couldn't afford because I grew up on the floor. Okay. I'm listening to Sister here talking about Jamaica and all these things. We grew up like that. My grandparents, you see the doggone dirt at the bottom there in Georgia. Them slat houses, by the time we grew up in California, we was like rich folks, and we were still poor. So white people came to me, influenced me, by the 4th grade, said, hey, you want a bedroom set? Right? I'm in the 4th grade. You want a bedroom set? I said, yeah, maybe you would like a bedroom set, right? They went and got to a house on the other side of town. This is in California. We knew that segregation bed was a thing where you couldn't get a house in a different neighborhood because they would stop the escrow. Went over there, got the bedroom. I didn't get it. Older brothers got it. I was still on the floor.
Okay.
Then I graduated to the parents' bedroom. I'm still being influenced by mama. Everything's about the mama, because mama always protected me. And there's 6 of them, 6 boys. And all the other nephews and nieces living in the house, on the floor. So I thought that was normal. So by the time I grew up in that California environment, it made me have a respect for what people do and how they influence, because you don't get to pick where you're born in, what family you're born into, none of these things. I was happy that I was born in this family. I love being in this family. I love it. My friends, my work friends and stuff, wish they was born in this. They do. They look at it, they really do. A lot of them, not of them, some of them don't. I didn't like it when I got to a certain age, because a lot of us don't want to be, we say it's hard to find a person that, you know, it's not popular to be black, whatever. And so you go through this thing where you straighten your hair out and all that stuff. We've seen it through R&B and everybody had straight concrete hair. We all done. I think that's the straighten, putting apart in my hair, trying to get accepted. Yeah, we was all sick.
Yeah, but
You know, it's part of our past. We can't change. That's what we became to. It's supposed to be that way. We go through these, right? Sisters, we go through these things.
we do.
Right? So it makes us.
That's who we are.
That's who we are. Can't change it, so you move forward again. Keep moving it forward, and you share information with other people. I get a little older. We always go, we got a little bit of money, we go to Mexico. That was our vacation, across the border. And then when I graduated from that, I got on my own, which was about 16 years old. I graduated early. I got a real job at 14. Because like brother said, there are some good white folks out there. They hired me at 14 years old, a major corporation.
Okay.
Just because they heard about me. You white folks heard about, oh, you heard about your good brother. I got a Teamster job. This is almost impossible. At 14, I didn't have a Teamster's card. Teamsters. That can Teamsters. And I had a doggone regular day job going through high school, and all them high school students would say, oh, you just a skycap out there at the airport. I said, okay, man. I got attitude right back on it. I got a different car, new car. I was materialistic at the time. New car every year. Right? Which was easy back in those days because anybody had a car. So I graduated from going to Mexico. First over the water experience I had was Jamaica.
Okay, now Jamaica, man.
Okay? So, brother was in Jamaica. I got welcome. Rhan, right? Accepted me. They didn't care where I came from or nothing. Because I came from them. Same family. Right, same family. Right?
Yes.
So there's no border, no artificial borders, all the stuff we learned from this world. So it worked on me. I got it. Them brothers, I'm up in the Blue Mountains and all this stuff. People
Blue Mountains, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Huh? Because I'm hooked up with the people from there. They let me go up in there. Right? And this, I'll make it quick. This happened over and over during my lifetime. When I'm always making these connections, like you said, you got an experience and travel, which is important for lack of a better word to say, black folks to understand. Get that passport.
Yes.
Get them shackles off your doggone ankles so you can make this world. This world belongs to all of us. Black folks been traveling this world forever.
That's right.
We just sat there sleeping until went to sleep. Get that passport. Most, I said on, I hope Brother Keaty don't mind, but Keaty will have this show. Our brother called in one time and he said that out of 150 of his family members, there's only 2 people who had passports.
That's about average. That's average.
Which is about average, which is common, because it's the same way in my family.
Okay.
Like I said, you can't force the issue, but try to help educate your loved ones. At least get a passport. They don't have to come to Africa, they don't have, if they come, you know, if they all want to. But travel. Because what happens, you make connections, you network. When I got my passport, when I got out of it, when I went through that elementary part when I went to Jamaica, and my whole world opened up in Jamaica, right? And it just kept going from that.
Yeah.
Right? Because people's homes open up to me. So when I go to Senegal, people's homes are open up to me. Let me know if you need this. Let me know if you need that. My mother used to do that all the time. Oh, you can sleep in our house. I was like, Mama, are you crazy? There's like 18 of us in here. You can make it
Always room in the inn.
Mama always make it. No matter what color you are.
Yeah.
Because black women are so nurturing. That's why there used to be manners and everything else. They used to help out those other folks with all their children. They're the best. They're the best ever. So what happens is, I come along this way, and I am who I am, make no excuses who I am. But my whole thing about myself, You know, myself, I've learned, I do have the matrix not to be, I'm not a materialistic person, I'm very simple. I have to tell that people in West Africa, they don't understand. They see American, they think, money and all that stuff. They see me spend a lot of money. It ain't about me. I don't need possessions no anymore. I got away from that, I started looking at that, and I went through this vow of poverty thing for a long time, and it got too much. It went broke. It went broke, right? And so, I'm almost the same way today. Right, I'm almost the same way today, but I do care about others. And when I turned 50, I got emotional, started crying. You see things, you know, because things are so important. We're blessed with so much. And my emotions changed when I got older, more mature, right? And so I don't take things for granted. I don't take any of this for granted. All my experiences, I don't take anything for granted. I learn from it. And so this is what my journey is still a continuation, trying to get rid of this matrix feel that I get, because it's still in me. Right? And I force against it. People think I'm a little weird. Our people weird. The blue pill. Right? And so they look at you, and probably actually don't understand what we're talking about. If you're really awake, they say conscious. Subconscious people are unconscious, believe me. What happens is, when you wake up out of that doggone sleep, wow, sister, isn't there something? And I try to experience, I want people to experience this. And sister, tell Kennedy, you don't have to tell her. She's gonna find out at home when she gets back to the matrix, and she heard it, she'll never forget this experience. It's gonna go in there, it's gonna transpire and everything else. What you're doing is a great thing. We all wish our forefathers could have did this. Sit and listen to the elders, and I listen to my elders. I listen to my elders. I have to go to the rule. I've learned so much through my elders, the ones before me. And they always told me. Some of them are passed on, be blessed be upon this person, make the transition, but I listen to them. You be hard-headed, go through those teenage years, you know everything in the world. I listen to mine. They would say small, they didn't waste words. They said small little thing. They said, don't, it goes quick. It goes quick. Okay?
Please walk up to her, elders.
Yeah, but you get influenced. When you're sleeping, I'm talking about being influenced. Being influenced is very valuable to me. Because when I was in the 4th grade, sitting in California, right, and you see all this crap going on TV, and that 4th grade teacher said, we're going to go to LA, right? And I went to see an orchestra. Just something simple. I didn't know what an orchestra was. It was LA's
gang members.
Huh? In LA? Yeah. When I go to LA, it opened up my world again. I travel. See, back to travel. I'm going there, and being a so-called black child, we weren't influenced. Right, we weren't influenced by these things. But it opened my whole world to a new way of thinking. And when I run into musicians, they famous ones, we talk about this stuff. Yeah. We talk about, because this is why people, I was telling you earlier about people who are writers and poets, creative people.
Yes.
That's who they are, creative people. They think out the box.
Yeah.
So we create a rubric. The Almighty let us create. She gets to create. You get to create. You have a room. We get to create. And I'm going to finish it up by just saying that share this travel experience with others. Hopefully it'll sink in, because they need to travel somewhere. If not the motherland, they need to come, because it helped me out a lot when I would start going to West Africa.
Yeah.
And I started really taking these, like the community service things I do. And people come back even like a year ago. Brother came with us last year. And he come by my house, bro. I've known the brother. He's been coming by my house for years. He go, I didn't know you were doing all these things. I said, I took you to synagogue twice, brother. Eyes closed. I got